This production is part of the University of Toledo's celebration of Diversity Week. This is an opportunity for our school to display what we know about diversity. We begin with a movie produced by Alex Stark that epitomizes our differences and similarities.
Which one would you choose, my brothers? If there was no day or night, which would you prefer to? How long have you had your white teacher who told you you love your black preacher? Do you respect your brother's woman friend and share with black folks not of kin? People must prove to people a better day is coming for you and for me, with just a little bit more education and love for our nation. We'll make a better society.
As you have just seen and heard, ethnicity means specific things about groups of people who are bound by mores, values, traditions, customs, and religion. Our program, Dimensions of Diversity, from One Comes Many, will highlight information related to the ethnicity of African Americans, Arab, Asian, and Native Americans, Pacific Islanders, European Americans, and Hispanic Americans. Hello, I am Christina Edwards, a member of the class of 2011, and I will be one of two mixtures of ceremonies focusing on the ethnicity of African Americans.
And I am Ava Jackson, a member of the class of 2010, and I too will be your mistress of ceremonies for this portion of our program. Our advisors are Dr. Wheatley, our principal, and Mr. Tierney, our senior mathematics teacher. Our segment of the program will feature our very own American Idol, a skit, a film on originators and keepers of the flame, and an original poem recited to the rhythm of some bad step brothers. We begin with the National Black Anthem performed by Aaron Jones. Please stand.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the lifting skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met Thee. Lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world we forget Thee. Shadowed beneath Thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. Shadowed beneath beneath thy hand. May we forever stand true to our guide, true to our name, so
This is Who We Are is a sketch featuring Amber Mitchell and Deja Davis, both members of the class of 2009.
It's 3 o'clock. This girl's supposed to be here at 2:30. I'm leaving in 10 minutes.
Ooh, girl, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry. I was busy with something at church. By the way, where were you yesterday? You know, our service was good. We are so spiritual. Toe tapping, hand clapping.
Yeah, the African American minister has always been the heartbeat of the community. For example, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton.
Girl, don't forget Dr. Martin Luther King, who was also a civil rights leader and a minister.
Yeah, that's true. That's the reason why I wasn't at church. I was at a funeral. A friend of the family had died of leukemia. He was our age too.
Was it a lot of people there?
Yeah, aunts, uncles, grannies, grandpas, cousins, neighbors, friend of neighbors.
That makes sense. You know how it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah, when I was younger, if I got a whooping by one person, I would hear it from everyone in the family. My parents weren't the only ones to discipline.
I know, I have the same story. We wouldn't dare disrespect our elders. We take care of them in sickness and in health. We don't just put them in the nearest nursing home. Anyway, you guys have any problems at the funeral? Since he was so young, did the police have a problem with you guys congregating?
No, it was nice and peaceful. Funerals are actually one of the times that we can get together without any problems.
You know, that goes back to slavery days, when it was against the law for our ancestors to congregate, because they thought that our ancestors were either learning how to read or planning an uprising.
I know, they do it nowadays too. For example, if we were to go down to City Hall and voice our opinion on a community issue, naturally our voice is raised when we are stating our opinion because we are passionate and assertive as a people.
Don't you hate it when they tell you to calm down when you're just being assertive and not aggressive?
Yes, I hate it when people tell me to calm down. It just makes me more, ugh.
Speaking of calm, did you see Takara's Celebrity Fit Club boot camp? She went off. One thing I can say about Takara is she loves her curves.
Yeah, we as African American people love and accept ourselves as who we are. Speaking of African Americans in the media, did you hear about Oprah building a school in Africa?
Yeah, did you hear about Wyclef John?
No.
Girl, he is a Haitian ambassador. It makes me proud more than anything that black people have stepped up as a race. It makes me proud that more than athletes and singers are role models. And if they are athletes and singers, they use their status for the good.
Don't forget about education. Here we are, juniors in high school and sophomores in college, and still maintaining at least 3.0 GPAs.
Yeah, it's in our nature to be survivors. Let us get back to work. You know we are more, let us get back to work. It is in our nature to be survivors. You know we have less than 10 minutes to present.
Thank you, Amber and Trevor. We continue our program, Dimensions of Diversity from One Comes Many, with the tribute to originators of the dream produced by India Craft and CJ Daniels.
I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground. And I'm hearing what you say, but I just can't make a sound. You tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. But wait, tell me that you're sorry, didn't think I'd turn around. They say it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I say it's too late to apologize. It's too late. Taking all the shots, need you like a heartbeat. Yeah, I loved you with the fire red. Now I'm turning blue. And you said sorry like the angel, and everything was you. But I'm afraid it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too
At this time, Aisha Hickman joins us to light the fire of hope. The symbolic originator of the dream for Nelson Mandela and keeper of the dream for Michael Basin is Shayla Welch. Leon Johnson is the symbolic representative for originator of the dream for Martin Luther King Jr. and the keeper of the dream, Stevie Wonder. Public Enemy, originator of the dream, and Senator Barack Obama, keeper of the dream, is symbolically represented by Sashay Bassett. Symbolically representing Madam C.J. Walker, originator of the dream, and Al Sharpton, keeper of the dream, is Serena Brown.
We continue our symbolic originator of the dream for former Supreme Court Justice Thursday Marshall and the keeper of the dream for Don Cheadle with Ron Taylor. Taylor Ross is the symbolic originator of the dream for Rosa Parks and the keeper of the dream for Maya Angelou. Jesse Jackson, originator of the dream, and Jay-Z, keeper of the dream, is symbolically represented by Jamie Pettis. Symbolically representing Malcolm X, originator of the dream, and Oprah Winfrey, keeper of the dream, is Landon Jordan. The flaming hope burn eternally.
At this time, I would like to introduce the producers of Originators of the Dream and Keepers of the Dream, India Craft and CJ Reynolds.
The final segment of our program features two artistic performances that have bound African Americans culturally since the beginning of time.
Uh-oh. I go. I'll fly out and tell you incorporated. Does anybody know how long it is since we've been frozen?
Let us know.
No, it's been 100 years. I've just been here. We worked so hard. I swear to tears. It's so nice to know. Since 1906.
Who would have thought that through it all we would be in bondage, be captive in our own minds to arrogance and ignorance? Who would have thought that somehow years later the term fear coming from the direct word fear would be thrown around loosely throughout and accepted throughout all communities? Who would have thought that our struggle for equality would be seen as benefits and we would still be in poverty? We would still be fighting for a cause waiting to happen for some results. Who would have thought that the racist would be racist when really they just wanted to embrace it? Who would have thought that the term BITCH would be self-explanatory for our women and that this epidemic would overwhelm so many? Who would have thought that in the present years we would still be fighting the fight of color and the waves of economic growth of one's self-worth? Who would have thought? Who would have dreamed? Who would have dared to turn the tables and flip the cards to create a new scene? Who would have thought that the biggest money makers would be black, that Oprah would be building schools with one of them stacks? Who would have thought that the dream, that the cash bird would sing, that the bells of freedom would one day ring, that King's dream would shine with gleam? Who would have thought that we'd be able to breathe, to breathe, to dream, to read?
Can you say? I need you to show me that alchemist is step. I need you to break it down for me to go real slow. Do that for me. A little bit faster, a little bit faster. All right. Faster. Thank you.
Thank you for that most awesome performance. The members of Amplify Alpha are Karan Richardson and Nate Alton, and Eris Harris with her original poem, a member of the class of 2009.
That concludes the African American portion of our diversity program. You have been an awesome audience. Our program continues with Arab Americans, Asians, and Native Americans, and Pacific Islanders. Advisors, Ms. Al Yana and Mr. Miller.
Are you having fun? Are you having fun?
Magandang hapon. Good afternoon. We're representing the Philippines and Sajin.
I'm Christina. Everybody's on our stamp.
And so we'll be telling you about the Philippines. So first, let me tell you, Philippines, it's a really big place. Like, it's not collectively, but it's made of like a lot of islands, like 7,107 islands. The US dollar is like 41 bucks there, so if you bring 50 bucks, you can have like a house, which we have there. And so I've been there like twice. I'm going next year again, and it's really great. It's kind of smoky, some of the cities, more industrial cities, and a lot of the rural areas are kind of scary. Once we got lost on the road, and we ran into a military checkpoint, and it was kind of scary.
My dad grew up in the country part of the Philippines, and they're not very nice out there. So, like, he told me that around Christmas time, when they went to go, like, sing Christmas carols or whatever, apparently they do that there too. If you don't give them food or stuff when they come to your house, they'll throw rocks at you.
Yeah, and so, like, dairy is the most important item there because the cows are so ugly, my God. We own a cow there. I own a cow in the Philippines, and it's ungodly skinny. And there's 8 languages spoken in the Philippines. Dialect
They all
languages.
sound from the same.
They all come from a mixture of Spanish, the native language, and English. And right now, me, Christina, and Felisa, we're taking Tagalog classes, which is the second most spoken language in the Philippines. And the population, there's just 7.8 million people in the Philippines.
Okay, so it looks like 76.
Oh, 76.8, I'm sorry.
76 people.
Million. Next slide, please. So there's Pearl Harbor Resort. That's what you can see in the Philippines. I went there. It is so nice. Oh my God. Okay, so it's basically a resort off the coast of the island of Davao, which is the biggest island in the Philippines. And you take a boat to it, and there's that pool right there. I swam there. It's nice. And there's like the water in the Philippines. If you go to certain beaches, it's the cleanest water you'll ever see in your life. You could be 6 feet under and you can still see your feet perfectly clear. Okay, next slide. Every Good Friday, this is pretty gross, but every Good Friday they do a reenactment of the crucifixion, and a volunteer will.
They actually get nailed to the cross.
They don't die.
They don't die. They live to tell about it. It's kind of weird. But I guess if you're a devout Catholic, this is your thing to do. Go to Philippines.
Right, but the main Roman Catholic Church kind of thinks it's disgusting and unethical, but we still do it anyways. Next slide. There's a Mount Apo. It's the tallest mountain in the Philippines. It's 9,692 feet tall. I've probably seen it when I was there. I don't remember. Next slide. That's okay. You either hate that thing or you love it, but it's the taser.
Alright, it's the world's smallest monkey, and it's found only in the Philippines. So if you go, you can probably find one and bring it back.
Hey.
We have it in America.
The fact that it's the smallest monkey is debatable, though. We like to say it's the smallest because it brings pride to our country. Okay, so this is the alphabet. You two can do the alphabet.
Melanie can do this. She speaks. Melanie actually already speaks some Tagalog, a little bit. You can understand it at least. Better than the two of us.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so
the alphabet.
the alphabet is.
It's only 15 consonants.
Yeah.
15 consonants and 5 vowels.
Okay, so it's A, Ba, Ka, Da, E, Ga, Ha, I, La, Ma, Na, Ga, O, Pa, Ra, Sa, Tu, O, Ta, U, Y, yeah. And basically you can conjugate any of the consonants with the vowels, which we're probably not going to do because of time.
The other thing about the vowels is that there are no long vowels. You only pronounce them the way that they pronounce them, which is you already said we don't have time for them, so we're not going to say it, but they only use the short vowels.
Okay, so we got the numbers 1 to 10 up here. The numbers are Isa, Dalawa, Isa, Dalawa, Tatlo, Apat, Lima, Anim, Pito, Walo, Siyam, and Sampu. That's 1 to 10. Well, that's the end of our slide, but do we have time for a few quick facts about the Philippines? We have no time.
Japanese math and Japanese our major contributions to American modern culture. Modern Japanese comics, and those comics are turned into Japanese cartoons called anime. It is mostly because of these anime that there are such large fan bases of J-rock and J-pop. And my video demonstrates a few examples. 思います。じゃあ、グリーンデイの All of Our Broken Dreams という曲が大好きなので、それを今日歌います。いただきます。
Marhaba, thank you for coming. Before we start, I'd like to remind everyone that we're here today to celebrate the Arab heritage. We are here to remember who we were and who we are going to continue to be. I'd also like to point out just one thing before we get started about the covering. As you can see, I am not covered. The covering is cultural, it is not religious. As long as a woman is dressed modestly, they do not have to cover. Mashira here chooses to cover, she always covers. Amira and Kiana chose to cover for the program. I just wanted to make that clear. Thank you. The Arab world stretches for 5,000 miles from the Atlantic coast of northern Africa in the west to the Arabian Sea in the east, and from the Mediterranean Sea in the north to Central Africa in the south. And the Arab world covers 5.25 million square miles. 72% of the Arab world is in Africa, 28% of the Arab world is in Asia. The Arab world overlaps 2 continents and sails in the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. In the Arabian Gulf and the Gulf of Aden, and in the Mediterranean, Red, and Arabian Seas, we are Arabs. Mashira and I are going to read you a national anthem It is not sung, rather it is poetry. Mashira is going to read one line in Arabic, and I will translate for you.
بلاد العود بأوطاني من الشام إلى بغداد.
All Arab countries are my countries, from Syria to Baghdad.
ومن نجد إلى عدن إلى مصر فتطواني.
From Saudi Arabia to Yemen and Egypt.
فلا حد يباعدنا ولا دين يفرقنا.
No boundaries will separate us, no religion will divide us.
لسان والضاد يجمعنا وبعدنان ومرسال.
Our language unites us with all Arab countries. We are all one. I'm going to let Kriana Baldwin is going to read part of the poem, and then Amira is going to finish the poem.
We are Arabs. We are 22 nations. We are 325 million worldwide. We are Christians, Muslims, and Jews. We speak and write Arabic, the language of the entire Arab world. We are sister to Aramaic and Hebrew. We created the astrolabe, the water wheel, irrigation system, and systems. We created the decimal system and utilized the concept of zero. We invented and developed algebra.
We are Arabs. We improved upon the healing arts of ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt. We discovered the fundamental principles of pulmonary circulation. We created architecture that was elegant and daring. We were pioneers in the fields of botany and engineering. We were astronomers, geographers, physicists, poets, musicians, philosophers, artists, and scholars. While Europe was escaping the darkness, we were the shining light of knowledge. We are Arabs.
Thank you.
Hoy me muero yo, pequeña, ella me pasa. Okay, finally from the Latino group, we're going to have a solo by Mr. Hector Mendoza.
I feel at home. I need only something to drink, and that's it. Latin American is part, and you know, all of you know, is a part of the big America. In Latin America, we have different countries, and every one of them has a special kind of music. But all that starts with one root. The root is Spain. Listen carefully and you can immediately get where the music comes from. We follow with Argentina. They have a special movement. Por una cabeza toda la locura, su boca que besa, ora la tristeza, calma la amargura. Por una cabeza, si ella me olvida, ¿qué importa perderme? Vives la vida, ¿para qué vivir? We continue for Chile. Yo vendo los ojos negros, quien me los quiere comprar, los vendo por hechicero, porque me ha pagado mal. Más te quisiera, más te amo yo, y toda la noche la paso suspirando por tu amor. Más te quisiera, más te amo yo, y toda la noche la paso suspirando por tu amor. There is another special country. His name is Paraguay. Una noche tibia nos conocimos junto al agua azul de Ipacaraí. Cantabas triste por el camino, viejas melodías en guaraní. ¿Dónde estás ahora, Cunacay? Que tu suave canto no llega a mí. ¿Dónde estás ahora? Mi ser te adora, confía que sí. Todo me recuerda mi dulce amor junto al agua azul de Ipacaraí. Todo te refleja, mi ser te adora, Cunacay. From my country, Peru, there is a song that I think so everyone in the world has listened. Every country has a different type of music, and Ecuador has a special one. Cuando tú te hayas ido, me envolverán las sombras. Cuando tú te hayas ido, con mi dolor a solas, evocaré ese idilio con sus azules horas. Cuando tú te hayas ido, me envolverán las sombras. There is another country that everyone in this world knows is music. Brazil. We have another country, his name is Colombia. Colombia has a special music. It's known as a cumbia. Al son de los tambores, ya esa negra se amaña, y al sonar de la caña, va brindando sus amores. Es la negra soledad, la que goza mi cumbia. Esa negra zaramuyo y caramba, con su pollera colora, por eso le dice mi negra linda ven pa' acá. Con su pollera colora, por eso le dice mi negra linda ven pa' acá. Con su pollera colora. Y then is Venezuela. Nací en la ribera de la Arauca, vibrador. Soy el hermano de la espuma. Soy el hermano de la espuma de las casas de la rosa y del sol. Y del sol. Amo, canto, lloro, sueño con claveles de pasión. Con claveles de pasión, y yo nací en esta ribera de la Arauca vibrador. Soy hermano de la espuma, de la casa de la rosa y del sol. Thank you.
My name is Mercedes Nunez. I am a Native American from the Cherokee Nation, and I'm from the Wolf Clan of the Cherokee. Most of my stuff is Cherokee stuff because that is where I get most of my Native American culture from. My dad is half Cherokee, and my mom is a fourth Cherokee. The Wolf Clan of the Cherokee Nation is where I'm from, like I said, and we are the biggest clan of the Cherokee. And we usually do all of the decisions of the tribe and like with war and food situations and stuff like that. And then out of the Native American nations, the Cherokee is the biggest still, even though we are very small right now. During the times before Christopher Columbus came to America and later brought everything with them, and when all the civilizations became part of America, the Cherokee was also the biggest nation, and we also did most of the fighting in all of our wars. Since we had more people to fight. This is a shawl that I got from my grandmother. My father's mom when I turned 13. It's a symbol of my coming of age in our tribe. Because when you turn 13, you're Native American, our church religion. And this thing is that you are a woman and you can marry and have kids, but since America had girls now, we can't do that. But the red color symbolizes my grandmother's interpretation of my strong mind because I'm very stubborn. And the flowers symbolize that I'm a young woman that is just bloomed into the world. Before I show my next item, I have a question. Does anybody have a problem with seeing like blood-bludgeoned animals? Okay, good. These two things right here are the pelts of a rabbit that I actually helped my grandpa hunt down, and yes, we killed it. We killed it when I was about 10 years old. I'm not going to say it wasn't fun because actually it kind of was. Because along the hunting trip, he taught me how to track and stuff, and we got to learn how to determine whether a track is fresh enough to go after and such. Thank you, Mr. Yusuf, for reminding me. And it's been tanned and stuff, so there's no worry of it bleeding or anything, and it doesn't smell bad, so there's no worry about that. So don't freak out, please. This is a flute I got when I was 13. It's another coming of age thing personally in our family. I'm not going to play it because it's a little old and it's out of tune because the holes are broken and so it wouldn't work and it'd sound horrible and I don't want to kill you guys. The blue feather on it is supposed to symbolize an eagle feather, which is a symbol of strength. And then the red is, again, my stubborn personality. If it wasn't broken, I'd play it because I know it's a lot. This, even though it's hard to see, is a pendant made out of turquoise. And turquoise is the most used, whatever it is, it's used most out of anything in our jewelry. And it has symbolic values, not only of wealth, but of, like, yeah, it's also like a symbol of protection too, depending on the way it's carved. Like if this was carved into an eagle, it would be a symbol of protection. If it was carved into a fish, it would be a symbol of prosperity and stuff like that. Thank you for listening to me today. You guys probably won't remember this, but it's always nice to share with you.
We're going to be introducing a few acts representing European Americans, and in the interest of time, we will not be viewing the 25-minute PowerPoint on significant cultural contributions to America by Slovenian Americans. First group we're going to bring up here is a group of your fellow students who approximately 10 days ago did not know the steps to an Irish dance, but in that time they've come a long way. And to show you how multicultural this piece is, they're doing Irish dance steps to a piece of music done by an Australian band playing Scottish bagpipes. Now it has to get loud.
Go, Natalie!
Because of the interest of time, I'm going to go really, really slow. Okay, Germany is actually now known as the Federal Republic of Germany. And before that, it was ruled by an emperor, which was the Emperor of Rome. Some facts about Germany. Germany is divided into 16 federal states. Each state has more than one kingdom, principalities, and small manorial village towns, which are just regular little towns. Versatile scenery is just very nice, attractive scenery that attracts hundreds of visitors almost daily. And Daimler, Chrysler, Simon, and Porsche are all signs of made in Germany seals of quality. They're all car companies. Political system. The basic law ties the legislative process to the constitutional order and binds state administration to uphold the law. So it's their basic law that Germany goes by. Section 1 of the basic law states human dignity shall be in equality. The Bundestag is the elected representation of the German people.
Germany is one of the countries most preferred by foreign students. Anyone wanting to study in Germany is able to choose between 372 higher education institutions. Students graduating from high school can choose higher education or studying trades under contracts, apprenticeships, where they can come over, say, Germans can come over here, German foreign exchange students can come over here and be in regular high school or in college and study under what we do and what our teachers here to teach. Germany is one of the countries with the best image abroad. Germans are among those with most international rates of food in Europe. Today, the basics of all German beers are hops, malt, water, and yeast, not what used to be. Germany is a book country with more than 80,000 titles published or republished annually. It is one of the world's leading book nations. German movies are mostly comical.
And we have a book of pictures that were pictures of Germany that we're not able to project, but if you would like to look at them, they're in Miss Al's room all week.